Welcome back everyone. It's Sunday, and that can only mean one thing, another Nintendo eShop sales roundup. And I've got some bangers this week. It's pretty indie heavy, but awesome nonetheless. I definitely wanted to squeeze a little horror in a couple of new releases, including a brilliant Paper Mario inspired RPG. So there's that. As usual, the price and the end dates will be shown on screen, but with that said, grab yourself a brew and let's jump right in to this week's best eShop deals. First up, we have some deep psychological horror with the Amnesia Collection. This incredible bundle includes Amnesia: The Dark Descent, its expansion Justine, and Amnesia: A Machine for Pigs. These titles are the seminal first-person survival horror games that redefined the genre. They stripped away the combat and forced you to confront your fears through pure evasion and puzzle solving. You are often weaponless, vulnerable, and plagued by a creeping sanity mechanic, making every encounter a heart-pounding exercise. Mostly in terror, the atmosphere in all three of these games is flawless. And they all do really excel in building an oppressive and immersive atmosphere through masterful sound design, chilling narratives, and environments that feel alive with malevolent intent. Your playthrough will consist of exploring dark castles and industrial nightmares, solving intricate puzzles, and desperately hiding from unseen entities, and these really are some of the most influential and terrifying horror games ever made. The Amnesia Collection is currently £8.82 or your country's equivalent, a 65% discount until February the 12th in the UK and Europe, and the 13th in North America. And this next bundle is an absolute bargain for two cracking games. The Monster Hunter Stories Collection consists of the remade 3DS version and the sequel, both of which can easily offer you about 40 to 50 hours of gameplay. These turn-based RPG spin-offs trade the high-octane real-time hunting for a vibrant monster collecting adventure. You play as a rider, forming deep bonds with iconic creatures like the Rathalos and the Tigrex, rather than just hunting them. They have a simple yet incredibly addictive gameplay loop, involving scouting for rare eggs in monster dens, hatching them, and building a powerful team with unique elemental skills. The combat uses a strategic rock-paper-scissors system that's easy to learn, but quite difficult to understand the full complexities of. But you will eventually do so as you progress through this lengthy, beautifully animated story. They are both on sale together and individually, and if you only want to pick up one, I definitely recommend the sequel, as it's just the more complete experience. Unfortunately, this collection is only on sale in the UK and Europe, and is currently £16.49 or your region's equivalent, and is on sale until February the 26th. Next up, we've got Bravery and Greed, a fantastic beat-em-up roguelike that perfectly blends chaotic combat with classic fantasy elements. The game allows up to 4 players to choose from 4 distinct classes: Rogue, Warrior, Wizard, and Amazon, each with their own unique playstyle and abilities. The goal of the game is simple: delve into procedurally generated dungeons, defeat hordes of enemies, collect mountains of gold, and face off against the epic bosses. The combat is fast-paced and satisfying, with a huge array of weapons, spells, and gear to find and experiment with. But the main draw to the game is the greed mechanic, where players can choose to hoard their loot for themselves or share it for greater overall benefits, often leading to hilarious betrayals or strategic cooperation. You can experience the game in about 6 hours if you just want to finish it there, but like most roguelikes, the replayability is there to try different builds and strategies each run. It's currently just £3.19 or the price shown on screen, and is 80% off until February the 13th. And this next one is a massive pick if you're a fan of deck building roguelikes but crave a fresh twist. Backpack Hero is an absolute must play. This game brilliantly reinvents the roguelike deck building genre by making your inventory management the central puzzle and mechanic. Instead of just cards, you're organising a literal backpack full of items, weapons, shields, potions, and artifacts, whose effectiveness is determined by their placement and proximity to other items. It's a great system that offers every run a weird strategic Tetris game against an ever-increasing horde of enemies. The core loop involves delving into dungeons, collecting loot, and carefully arranging your inventory to maximise damage, defense, and utility. Each item has unique synergies, making experimentation absolutely vital. It's incredibly addictive, surprisingly deep, and boasts a charming pixel art that you can't refuse. Currently is £10, $25, or your country's equivalent, a 40% discount until February the 19th in the UK and Europe, and the 20th in North America. I love nothing more than a bit of survival horror, and that's exactly what Darkwood offers. This isometric survival horror game crafts an atmosphere of unrelenting terror without relying on cheap jump scares. Set in a mysterious, overgrown forest in communist Poland, you must scavenge, craft, and build defences during the day, then pray you survive the night as unspeakable horrors lurk just outside your hideout. This beautifully simple, top-down, isometric art design is incredibly oppressive and chilling, and don't expect any hand-holding here, because this game is brutal. The combat is a little clunky, but that's by design. This really amplifies your vulnerability. It's a game that genuinely makes you feel isolated and hunted, and it has a surprising amount of depth as well, easily offering over 20 hours of gameplay. And right now, it's an absolute bargain. It's currently £3.24, or your country's equivalent, and is on sale until February the 19th in the UK and Europe, and the 20th in North America. And this next game is a bit of a weird one. I really didn't think I'd enjoy it, but surprisingly, I did. Heavenly Bodies is a physics-based puzzle simulation game where you control an astronaut navigating zero-gravity environments using only their hands and feet. Think QWOP or Getting Over It meets space exploration, but with an added layer of intricate problem-solving. Every movement is clumsy and often deliberate, struggling against inertia and the absence of gravity. The core gameplay loop involves carrying out complex space station tasks like repairing equipment, activating systems, or moving delicate objects, all while trying not to float off into the void. It's one of those games that's massively rewarding once you finish the task, but my god is it infuriating. This is the first game since I've owned my Switch 2 that's made me want to break it. It's playable and fun as a single player experience, but I would definitely recommend the local co-op if you can. It's a brilliant test of patience and spatial awareness. You can currently grab it for £7.19 or the price shown on the graphic, a 60% discount until February the 13th in North America and the 16th in the UK and Europe. And this next one is absolutely mental. It's a raw, unfiltered action game that challenges and harkens back to the glory days of old school shooters. Butcher is a 2D, ultra-violent platformer dropping you into a bleak, pixelated world where you're tasked with, well, butchering everything that moves. It's a pure, unadulterated ode to classic shooters like Doom and Quake, with a heavy emphasis on fast reflexes and precision aiming. It's exactly what you'd expect from this type of game. The moment-to-moment gameplay is a frantic dance of dodging bullets, chainsawing foes, and painting the levels with pixelated gore. I will say, if you don't like a challenging game, this isn't for you. It's incredibly difficult, often punishing, but immensely satisfying if you finally clear it. It's a bit on the shorter side at about 3 hours, but for £8.99 or your country's equivalent, it's worth it. A 75% discount until February the 19th in the UK and Europe and the 20th in North America. My Memory of Us is a deeply emotional and thought-provoking experience. This 2.5D puzzle platformer is a narrative adventure drawing inspiration from wartime history and children's stories, like The Little Prince. It's a poignant tale of a young boy and girl from different worlds who form an unlikely friendship during a period of oppression, symbolised by an invading robotic army separating people by colour. The core gameplay mechanics involve using the unique abilities of both characters. The boy can run and the girl can sneak. To solve clever environmental puzzles and overcome progress, both are required. The striking art style, primarily grayscale with splashes of vivid red, beautifully convey the game's somber tone and moments of hope. It's a powerful and beautiful narrative about friendship, bravery, and the enduring human spirit in the face of adversity. a narrative everybody should experience, especially for just £2.69, an 80% discount until February the 19th in the UK and Europe and the 20th in North America. And I can assure you, this really is a moving game. Hammerwatch 2 is a classic hack and slash adventure with a strong dose of nostalgia. It's an old school action RPG that feels like a loving homage to retro dungeon crawlers and early Diablo game, but it still offers modern sensibilities. You choose from several distinct character classes, each with unique abilities, and embark on an epic quest for a vast, pixelated open world filled with dungeons, towns, and formidable foes. The general gameplay loop is simple but surprisingly deep. You explore, fight, loot, level up, and repeat. But what truly makes it shine is the robust online co-op for up to 4 players, allowing you and your friends to hack slash and cast your way through hordes of monsters and challenging boss encounters. It's cheap, fun, and easily offers well over 20 hours of gameplay. It's just £3.91 or your local price shown below, a massive 80% reduction until February the 9th in North America and the 12th in the UK and Europe. Next up is a newer release. I Hate This Place is a stylized survival horror game based on a popular comic and graphic novel. You are thrust into a desolate, abandoned town, shrouded in a perversive sense of wrongness. It's obviously been heavily inspired by the likes of Resident Evil, and you'll find all the similar tropes such as saving through a VHS tape, inventory management, and having to make the decisions between saving ammo or killing stuff. I should have a review coming out soon, but I really enjoyed it. Besides some wonky voice acting, the story's great, and it's really nailed that sense of unease as you try and avoid the monsters that hunt by sound rather than sight, all emphasised by the game's stylistic choice and unique art style. You've got base building, combat that's a little clunky, and overall a tense, uneasy experience that should last you about 8 hours. It's quite the slow burn, but overall I really enjoyed it. It's a bit on the pricier side being a new release, but it's currently £21.19 or your regional equivalent, a 20% discount until February the 26th in the UK and Europe and March 30th in North America. And another newer release, and my personal pick of the week, Escape from Ever After. This charming and witty turn-based adventure clearly takes mechanical inspiration from the Paper Mario series, featuring timing-based combat and a distinct 2.5D pop-up book art style. The story is centered around a classic fairy tale world that's been taken over by a greedy corporate conglomerate. You play as Flynn, a hero who finds himself working for the Ever After Corp, a business transforming legendary realms into efficient, profit-driven office spaces. The gameplay focuses on exploring colourful environments, meeting satirical versions of classic characters, and engaging in tactical battles where well-timed button presses increase your damage. It's a hilarious, self-aware journey that balances cozy aesthetics with sharp corporate satire. It's only been out a week or so it's not the biggest discount, but it's currently £16.79 or your regional equivalent. But it really is a high-quality adventure that feels both nostalgic and refreshingly modern. It's currently 20% off until February the 6th in the UK and Europe and February the 7th in North America. And let's wrap things up with a tactical banger. Door Kickers is a top-down, real-time strategy game with a heavy emphasis on tactical planning and execution. You command a SWAT team, planning intricate breach and clear operations in various hostile environments. The gameplay is all about precision, pausing the action and plotting routes to assign targets, coordinate breaches, and synchronize actions for multiple units. Every decision, every bullet, and every misstep carries weight, often leading to quick, brutal failures and satisfying, triumphant successes. With a robust mission editor and endless replayability, Door Kickers offers a deep and engaging strategic experience. It's got about 8 hours of content, if you nail everything first time, but I can assure you, that won't happen. But at this price, it's an absolute bargain. It's currently £2.15 or your country's equivalent. An 80% discount until February the 22nd in North America and the 28th in the UK and Europe. And that's it for this week. As I said, a couple of bangers here, the standouts being I Hate This Place and Escape from Ever After especially. And if your backlog's looking a bit light, definitely pick up Monster Hunter Stories. Those 2 games alone will keep you occupied for weeks. As usual, feel free to let me know what you picked up or what I missed. I've got a few reviews in the work, so keep an eye out for the notifications. But as usual, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all the normal jazz. And with that said, thanks for watching, stay cozy, and I'll see you around.